Going on here? Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for your patience. I don't know why this mic just did this. Hold on one sec. Great start. Great start to the show. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, right, we're still live. This has been what a great. Thank you guys for welcoming me back. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Okay, some people say no sound, no audio. There we go. We can't hear you. You're good now. There it is. No audio. We can hear you. Happens sometimes. Happens sometimes. Okay. How's this? I'll give it a little bit. I literally okay. All right, let's turn that down maybe a little bit. Okay, there is sound now. Okay, there's sound now. There's sound now. You guys hear me okay? I literally, this mic was fine. It was working just fine. And then as soon as I went live, the audio bar just zero. Just nothing. Now it looks like it's moving. So does it sound okay on your guys' end? Because that was bizarre. This is my first time going live with this mic. I've had a lot of issues with this mic. I have played around with this mic for hours, really trying to make it work, because when it works, I like it, but it's causing me a lot of issues. Right now, it looks like it's going okay. There's sound now. Is that a new mic? Yes, it's a new mic. Thank you, Joel, for noticing. It is a new mic. Got it for from the holidays. As long as it sounds okay, we can move forward. Hey, what kind of show would it be if we didn't have technical problems? I wasn't late. All this fun stuff, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry for those who are new, and sorry to just everybody in general for how this stupid mic situation worked out. We can hear you. Okay, it looks like it's okay now. It looks like it's okay now. If any more problems come up, I'm going to throw this out the freaking window. I'm gonna throw this out the window. It's driving me crazy. I can't tell you how many times I've been in here working on this mic, recording a video. I've recorded videos that have come out with no audio. I've recorded videos that have come out with like spotty audio and clipping audio. And I've watched so many YouTube videos to try and get the gain right, to try to get everything right. And I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. So I will throw this out the freaking window. Welcome back to the show for the live crash out of Zach Milne. That's what's happening right now. We're live. Screw it. It has been a minute. I had some time. I wanted to go live, and now we are live. You guys are here. So let's just get on with it. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here to the Zach Milne Talks Live, episode 108. I appreciate all of you guys. I see so many of you regulars in here. I can't appreciate you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Michael 1019. Sorry, why did I mess that up? Michael 101591, Collector Movie Man, Director Liam, of course, the Ace Avenue member for 22 months, dude. Thank you so much. Nathan's Random Movies, Luke Ponto, Joel from Dark Room Reviews, Terrence, what's going on? Previously, have you seen that with T? Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm very excited to just chat with you guys. It's been a minute. For those of you who are new, it's live Q&A community night over on Zach Milne Talks Movies. This is where our community comes together to hang out, chat about movies and TV shows that I haven't watched. I'm your slacker in watching of TV, Zach. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the videos recently. I've been very happy with a lot of what I'm putting out there. I've been having a lot of fun, and you guys seem to be responding really well to it. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. And getting into the chat here, as it is Q&A night, let's Let's see what you guys are talking about. See what you guys are saying. We start off with Michael 101 591, of course, saying, "Hey, what's going on, man?" Collective Movie Man as well. What's going on, man? Collective Movie Man asking, "Have you seen any good movies this year?" I've seen 4 movies in theaters this year. Yeah, I mean the year's just started for me. I haven't really seen I've seen a bunch of crap, and then I saw Send Help. Okay, you know what? The Rip wasn't bad on Netflix. So I've seen Send Help, The Rip, a movie called Sleepwalker, which was horrible, and a movie called Killer Whale, which was horrible. And I think I saw one more in there because I feel like there was one more. Let me just check my letterbox real quick. What else did I see? I feel like there was one other one that I saw from this year. Obviously wasn't that great if I don't remember it. If I don't remember it, it couldn't have been that good. Let's see here. Go to my, if you guys haven't, by the way, little, I guess, shameless plug here. If you haven't already, you can go follow me on Letterboxd. I've been trying to be a lot more active on Letterboxd this year. Got a whole bunch of lists. It's a really good way also to see what I'm working on for future videos, because I like the Sam Raimi ranking that I just posted. I've been deep in the Sam Raimi well for a very long time, talking about all those movies on Letterboxd over here. Let's see here. I've seen 6 movies. So what are the 6 that I've seen? Oh, People We Meet on Vacation. Okay, that was like a fun little date night inside with my wife. So that was a decent little rom-com. The Sleepwalker was bad. The Rip wasn't too bad, especially for a Netflix original. I thought it was good, and Ben Affleck and Matt Damon together was great. Killer Whale, there's not going to be a movie that beats this for worst of the year. This was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Greenland 2, that's what it was. Okay, I watched Greenland 2 and then Send Help. So yeah, you can see what how much of an impression Greenland 2 left on me. The fact that I couldn't remember for the life of me who that I saw that movie. So yeah, those are what I've seen. As far as what were good, Send Help is the best movie so far this year. No competition for me. And but I do want to watch The Wrecking Crew, because I know that came out on Prime recently. I want to watch that. And what was another one that came out that I want to watch? I do want to watch Primate, but that's not out to rent yet. Shoot, there was We Bury the Dead. That came out on Tuesday, and I haven't watched it yet, so I got to watch that. Collective Movie Man goes on to say, "Zach, have you seen the new Michael trailer?" I did see the new Michael trailer, and if I may go on a little rant, this is just Zach crashing out. This whole live stream is just gonna end up being Zach crashes out on the live stream. I'm just checking to make sure no one's saying the audio sucks or anything like that. Okay, just checking. So I have been trying. My goal for the best that I can this year is to play the YouTube game. I'm just fully committed. I'm back on TikTok again. Shameless plug. You can follow me on TikTok. I'm starting to post reels from YouTube videos on Instagram. I'm trying to do some YouTube shorts this year. I'm going all in. I'm playing the YouTube game. So I started to try and do trailer reactions again. A lot of you guys supported the Avengers teasers reaction, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But YouTube, man, YouTube. Can I just talk to YouTube directly? You suck. YouTube, you suck is more like it. I'm a little salty because I did a trailer reaction for Wonder Man and Daredevil Born Again, both Marvel. So that's interesting. Maybe I should be more upset at Marvel. And I saw a bunch of people do the same reactions, and their videos were up. They were fine. I was able to watch them. Did my Wonder Man video go up? Nope. Blocked immediately. Eventually it went up 3 days later, but at that point it's just dead on arrival. And then I did a Daredevil Born Again reaction, blocked immediately. Eventually went up 2 days later. I did leave that one on the channel. I didn't bother taking that one down. So I was gonna do a trailer reaction for Michael, and then I thought to myself, okay, there's gonna be like tons of Michael Jackson songs in this, so I'm not even gonna bother. Sure enough, there's trailer reactions out there for Michael. People posted the video just fine. Maybe mine would have gone fine too. I don't know. I didn't even bother making one. All that ranting aside, the Michael trailer was fantastic. I am so excited for this film. It's in my top 5, I want to say, of most anticipated. I did my video a couple months back. You can check it out there. But yes, I am very excited for Michael. I don't know that much about Michael Jackson's journey from the Jackson 5 to being a solo artist, and it looks like that's what the bulk of this film is going to be tackling, is the almost family drama and chaos that came with him branching out on his own, which I don't know the story of. So to see the story of that fold out in the movie, I'm very excited to see. I thought the trailer was fantastic. The one line where Michael Jackson says, "I need to think," and his dad says, "I already told you what to think." That right there is like, I'm in. I'm ready to watch this movie. I think it's going to be great, and I'm in a deep Anton Fuqua watch right now. So I'm getting hyped. I'm getting excited, and I thought the trailer was excellent. Director Liam, what's going on? Thanks for joining us, dude. He says, "Hey Zach, what have you rewatched lately? My recent rewatches have been Thor: Love and Thunder, The Shallows, True Spirit, and The Fall Guy." My wife and I just finished watching the Spider-Man trilogy again. So good. So good. That wasn't even for my Sam Raimi video. She wanted to watch them with me. And this is after I watched all of them for Sam Raimi already. So I was like, yeah, I want to watch Spider-Man again. So I've seen the Spider-Man trilogy twice already in this year alone. And no regrets. Absolutely no regrets. I love it. Other rewatches? I mean, like I said, I'm doing a whole bunch of watches for ranking videos that I'm trying to get out this year. So I rewatched a bunch, like some of the Sam Raimi stuff I had already seen before, like Evil Dead. I guess I rewatched that. I rewatched what was another one on? Army of Darkness would have been a rewatch for me. So yeah, there's been a couple rewatches this year for sure. Let's see if there's anything else that sticks out to me. When I go, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy this year. What a great way to start the year. Fantastic movies, just amazing. Let's see here. A couple more that I can give you that I rewatched. Nope, looks like that's it. Looks like those are my only rewatches. Is the Spider-Man trilogy, Evil Dead, and what was the other one I said? Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. No regrets. No regrets on any of them. The Ace, being a member for 22 months, dude, thank you so much. I always appreciate that. Zach is back. Yeah, I'm back, I guess. I guess it's been long enough. I haven't done a live show in a month. I'm trying not to overuse "I'm coming back." You know, I feel like I've said that I'm returning to the show or I'm coming back to the show like 5 times, and who cares anymore? Who cares? At this point, I'm not back. I've just been I've just been see you later. I'm just a see you later kind of live show now. I'm here, and then you go a little bit, and then we run into the mall, and we catch up for a bit. You know, that's kind of this live show now. No, I really do enjoy the live show still. It's very different than how I used to do it. I do like the casual live Q&As, though, so I do like that that's what we're doing now. And there's not an overabundance of movie news right now that I want to talk about or that I would have much to say about. So this is nice. This is a good, just chill time. I enjoy it whenever I have time, whenever my kids taken care of or my wife is good. Like, yeah, I like coming in here. I like going live, and this is great. But I appreciate your enthusiasm as always, Ace. I am back again. I'll be back again in a month. Collecting Movie Man says, so far these are the movies I've seen in theaters this year. The Housemaid is This Thing On. Oh, The Housemaid is This Thing On, and Send Help. I've only seen Send Help. That's my only theater experience, but I am planning on seeing not next week. The week after next week, I'm seeing, as long as it comes to my theater, I'll be seeing Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And then of course Scream 7 at the end of the month I'll be seeing. I'm on the fence about going to see Goat. Do I want to? That's what I'm on the fence about. Do I want to? And I'm not so sure, but we'll see. We'll see. It could be great. Nathan's Random Movies. What's going on, Nathan? Thanks for joining, my friend. Says, hey, Zach, have you seen Wonder Man? I'm on the 6th episode. I'm on the 50th. Sorry, that's me. I can't talk tonight. I'm on the 6th episode, and I like it more than I thought I would. Okay, Nathan, I'm so happy you asked about Wonder Man, because I can finally tell you about a show that you like that I've actually watched. Still haven't watched Andor. I apologize, my friend. Wonder Man I did watch. I was gonna do a review about it, and then things just got in the way and time just went on, and I decided not to do a review. I had other things I wanted to work on, but as far as my experience with it, because I was nervous about the show. Like, I think a lot of people were nervous about the show. Not even nervous, just like it was flying under the radar. I didn't really care about the show, especially since they were dropping it all at once. I didn't have any faith in that. And I thought it was a really delightful show. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was such an interesting look into kind of a regular person just living in the MCU. And there's powers, but the powers are like the background. The powers are very much just an allegory for a lot of things, as opposed to being used for super heroics, which I thought was really interesting and different for the MCU and just kind of some of the superhero content in general. I've always enjoyed Trevor. I love Ben Kingsley as that character. Ever since Iron Man 3, I never really read the comics, so I loved the Mandarin twist when I saw Iron Man 3 when it first came out. So I've always loved Trevor. I was ecstatic when they brought him back in Shang-Chi. So bringing him back into this show with Abdul Mateen the third, I can't remember what his title is, but their chemistry was fantastic. The acting was great, and I mean, like a lot of us, I'm very into the behind the scenes, how movies and TV are made, and acting and the acting life and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to be an actor myself for quite some time when I was younger. So I love looking at that stuff. I love exploring the industry, and the show did it in such a fun and seemingly authentic way. And it's so interesting because they didn't market this very well at all. And it really did seem like, I think I even read a story that they were going to basically Batwoman this thing and just never release it. And I'm so glad that they decided not to do that, because the show was great. The show was just, it was great. Sorry, I'm trying to fix, I don't like the way your question is going off screen there. Let me fix that. Oh, what did I do? That's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. Whoopsie. That's not what I meant to do. What did I do? That's weird. Oh, I know what I did. I'm so rusty. I'm terrible. I'm sorry, guys. This is what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Because I don't like that your question's falling off the screen. I think that's kind of rude. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Now we can see your full question. I appreciate the question, man. And yeah, Wonder Woman was great. Probably my... It's in the top 5. It's in the top 5 MCU shows. I'd have to do like a full ranking to really like establish where it lands. But yeah, it was I loved it. I loved it. And the episode 4, The Doorman with Josh Gad and all that, great. Great stuff. I really liked it. Luke Ponto, what's going on, man? Zach, my dude, hope all is well. All is well, man. Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on launching the Horror Hounds, guys. If you haven't checked out Luke over at his channel, Luke Ponto, he's got a new horror live show called The Horror Hounds, where they talk about the horror movies coming out, I believe, weekend of release. And they had Cody Leach on their last episode, so go back, check out that episode there. If you're a Cody Leach fan, you'll become a Luke Ponto fan. If you're a Luke Ponto fan, you'll become a Cody Leach fan. Definitely check it out. That was quite an awesome collab. Speaking of which, Dark Room Reviews, Joel also had Cody Leach on his show, I believe last night it was, and that was for the movie community live show, if I got that title right. So go over to Dark Room Reviews, check out his live show, the movie community. He'll probably correct me in the chat if he's still here, but he had Cody Leach on as well. Look at these, Luke and Darkroom both getting the big game from the YouTube movie space on their shows. That's amazing, guys. So yeah, go check out Luke, go check out Darkroom, and go check out Cody Leach on both of those channels. I wonder if I could get Cody Leach on here somehow. He would probably jump off so fast. Nathan Drana Movies says, also, have you finished the masterpiece that is Andor Season 2? I hate that I got to disappoint you again, buddy, but I have not. I have not finished it. I'm trying to watch the most movies I've ever watched in a single year this year. I'm watching so many director works, so many franchise works, and they're all for videos. I'm really trying to play the YouTube game this year. I want to play the game. Sometimes YouTube cheats at the game, but I'm playing the game. I'm determined to make this a really big year for the channel, and it's requiring a lot of not sacrifice, that's really the wrong word, because I really enjoy what I'm doing, but I gotta sacrifice some new watches for some rewatches in order to make it work. So I have not seen it. I really want to. I do, believe me. I know that sounds like a lie, because I probably just could go watch it and I haven't, but I haven't seen it. Luke Ponto saying hey to Joel, everyone talking to each other in the chat. I love it. This is where we had no sound, of course. Very fun. Everyone can't hear me, that new mic, and happens to me sometimes. By the way, thank you for being here to Terrence. We can hear you. Get the ketchup, man. No, that's only for special occasions. And that's such an inside joke. If you guys want to know, oh, what was that? Well, I don't even know what it's titled. It's on Luke Ponto's live stream at some point. I poured ketchup all over myself. It was a good time. It's not that kind of live stream usually, but I made it that one. I think it was like for a 1-year anniversary of his channel. I keep wanting to call you Have You Seen That with T. I know you've changed your name, but Terrence says Send Help was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I didn't love it as much as like everybody else did. I really liked it though. Like I had a blast from beginning to end. I really did. The ending, without giving anything away, didn't 100% work for me, but everything leading up to it I thought was really, really good. Just the third act I was a little bit like not 100% on board with, but Rachel McAdams was insanely good. She was insanely good. I gotta be careful how I speak about Rachel McAdams though, because for a long time she was my celebrity crush and my wife knows that, so I can't praise her too. She was decent. Rachel McAdams, she was fine. I liked her well enough. She could be right outside the door, so I gotta be careful what I say about Rachel McAdams. Can't praise her too much. The Lawrence Report says, sup Zach, what's going on, Lawrence Report? Thanks for being here, guys, appreciate you. Terrence says, I liked People We Meet on Vacation. Yeah, it was decent. Like I said, I watched it with my wife, didn't really think much of it. We were just having a little date night, staying in, and it was nice. It was a cute little film. I really liked the girl. I thought the girl was really endearing and delightful. What was her name? I can't remember what her name was, the actress or the well, I guess I can just go. I have it in the list already, so well, no, I kind of messed that up. Never mind. If you guys know her name, you can let me know her name, but I don't remember her name. But she was great. I really liked her. The chemistry between them was pretty good. The guy was okay. I think it was more so the character than the guy itself, but I didn't like him all that much, but he was okay. Yeah, decent little rom-com to watch with the wife. Terrence says Greenland 2 was okay, not great. Yeah, I really liked the first Greenland. Like, I saw the first Greenland back in 2020 and I liked it. I rewatched it because I was gonna originally go see Greenland 2 in theaters, and then I just never got around. Well, I didn't get around to it the first time. The first, like, when it came out opening weekend. But I did see it, and then I liked the first one quite a bit. This one was like, it was interesting to kind of see their interpretation of the world after the whole catastrophe, but the whole plot of trying to get to the place, just, I didn't feel like it had the same urgency as the first film did, where how could it when you've got the end of the world situation going on in the first one, and this one felt a little bit more, not lackluster necessarily, but just kind of like lower stakes in some ways. So it wasn't terrible, but it also, like, I'm like, as a companion piece to the first one, I don't mind having it. I did enjoy watching it well enough, but yeah, it wasn't good. It's not that it wasn't good. It just wasn't as good as the first one, and it was kind of forgettable. Terrence says, I loved The Wrecking Crew. Yeah, I gotta watch that, because that came out, what, the other day? I hear good things about it. I like both actors, so I gotta check that one out. Nathan Movie says, what film do you want to win Best Picture at the Oscars, and what do you think is going to win? My favorite of the nominees is Marty Supreme. Highly recommend, but I think One Battle is winning. Yeah, so I haven't seen Marty Supreme. So I can't speak to that. I do plan on watching as much of the Best Picture and nominations as I can before the Oscars, but I haven't gotten around to many of the. I watched Sentimental Value. So what have I seen? I think the only ones I'm missing are Marty Supreme. Shoot, what are nominated? Let me just pull this up real quick because my brain is a farting. It's a farting bad. It's a it's a bad fart. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's do Oscars nominations. Let's do that. Is this on the screen? No, it's not on the screen yet. Okay. Let's go here. What are the best? Let me pull this up. This is from what the I don't want your ads. Get out of here. All right, let's see here. They must have a best picture. Here we go. Okay. What happened? I do not have 3C film skills when it comes to this. Let's see here. I've seen Begonia. I've seen F1. I've seen Frankenstein. Not seen Hamnet. Not seen Marty Supreme. I've seen One Battle. I haven't seen The Secret Agent. I've seen Sinners and okay. So the ones I haven't seen are Train Dreams, The Secret Agent, Hamnet, and Marty Supreme. So of the ones that I've seen, Sinners. I think I want Sinners to win. What I think will win, even though I haven't seen everything, I think One Battle After Another is probably going to win. I think One Battle After Another is probably, I don't want to say more culturally relevant or more in the zeitgeist, but I don't know. I just vampires. The Academy might not go for that. They should, because Sinners was phenomenal, and I mean, aside from my personal favorite, Roof Man, it was probably the best film of the year. Honestly, take Begonia right off that list. I didn't think Begonia was that impressive, to be honest. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, I do have to watch Marty Supreme because I do think Timothée Chalamet is going to win Best Actor based off all of the hype, and I got to catch up on that. Michael11591 says, I liked the new Michael trailer. Me too, man. It was good. I liked it. And you know what? Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar, I think that's his name, doing a pretty decent job from that trailer. So I'm excited. I'm hyped. Of course, our buddy The View with Drew, the MVP of like pretty much all of our chats, right? He's the GOAT when it comes to supporting small YouTubers. Thank you so much for being here, Drew. Thank you for all that you do for us, by the way, my friend. Thank you for all of your support to all of us, because I think you've been in every single live chat of people in here that I've seen. So we appreciate you, buddy, and you deserve some flowers because you are the MVP. I appreciate you, dude. Collector Movie Man says, I guess the movie's going to be almost 4 hours, the Michael movie, because they're not splitting it into 2 parts. Is that confirmed? Because it was never confirmed that they were splitting it into 2 parts, but that was the heavy rumor, and I could see that being the case. I really could. Especially with this trailer being like, witness his beginning, coming soon, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I could see them doing this is... But then the problem that they'd run into by splitting it into 2 parts is this is the... what should we call it, the optimism. This is the celebration of Michael. This is his upbringing, and this is, you know, him rising to the stardom and being beloved by the world, and the just the incredible story. The second part inevitably becomes less fun than this movie because you got to deal with the dark stuff in his life. So I could see this movie, Michael, doing really, really well. Like, a lot of people are talking about it maybe making $1 billion in the box office, being the first biopic and musical biopic to do so. I could see that happening. I couldn't see that happening with part 2. I think some people would be turned off because you couldn't really win with a part 2. If you're going to tackle the scandals, if you're going to tackle the later part of his life and all the baggage and stuff that comes with that, you're going to upset half of the audience either way. I don't know. You could still do that with part 1. You could still upset half the audience, I guess. But I feel like there's less people that would be upset by watching, okay, this is just his rise to stardom. This is how it started. But if you start to get into the messy, legal, dark corners of his life and career in the last moments, and even the way his life ends is tragic. So do you do a part 2? Like, would people really show up to experience the grief? I don't know. I would. I'd be there. So maybe they don't do part 2, but I'm still gonna hedge my bets that they do. I'm a terrible bettor. A lot of stuff that I say on the show never comes to fruition, so we'll see. Toxic Gamer, what's going on, man? Another MVP, I gotta say. Olo, Zach, how's your day been? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. It's been a month and 3 days, to be exact. I'm having a good day. I'm in good spirits. I hope you can tell. I'm in good spirits. My work day was good. My coming home was good. My hanging out with my boy was good. Everything's good. Everything was good. Collect the Movie Man says, hey, Zach, quick question, if you don't mind me asking. Do you guys in Canada do taxes and get tax return money? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, doesn't everybody do taxes? Isn't taxes like, is there a place I can go where I don't have to do taxes? Because that might get me to move out of Canada if that's the case. Yeah, I do. Do not come to me for that advice though. Taxes, tax returns, all that stuff. Do not come to me for that advice. I am not the guy. I'm the guy who should be seeking advice, not giving advice about it. But yeah, we do taxes. I don't mind you asking. Collect the Movie Man says, because I put up a poll a few days ago asking people to vote. What should I pick up for my tax money return? Well, I mean, do you mind divulging how much? How much is your tax money return? In which case you could be getting a Lamborghini or a pack of Smarties. You know? I had a tax return that was $1.89 once. And yes, I did buy a candy bar. So I don't know what the poll is. I'll have to go check that out. But yeah, I mean, my vote's on the Lamborghini, man. Go for it. Toxic Gamer says, there's a wrestling school near my area, and I'm going to try it out, and maybe, who knows, I might become an actual pro wrestler. Hey, man, shoot for the stars. That's exciting. Yeah, definitely good to pick up new hobbies. You'll probably meet some new friends. You'll probably get a new inner circle. That's a great idea, man. I'm in full support of you going to wrestling school. You should absolutely do that, man, and I will hear about you on the WWE because I don't watch it, so I can't promise I'll see you, but I'll hear about you. Toxic Gamer says, I'm almost near 400,000 views on one of my shorts. Holy moly. That's wow. That's insane, dude. 400,000 views on a short? Can you pass that around? Give me some of that. Give all of us some of that. No, that's awesome, man. What short is it? I gotta go find this short. 400,000 views. Pat yourself on the back. Buy yourself a drink. Well, you probably can't drink yet. I think you're underage, if I remember correctly. But that's amazing, dude. That's awesome. Congrats. The View with Drew. Awesome news. My 24th birthday this past Saturday. Well, happy birthday, buddy. Hope you had a great day. 24, man. The year of Drew. Let's do it. Michael11591 says, Goat looks awful. Yeah, it does. Toxic Gamer says, any plans to do a ranking of all the January movies you watched? If not, how would you rank all the movies you've seen so far this year? I was thinking about maybe doing it, but I haven't seen very much. So is it that interesting? Like I said, I'll pull up the list here. Again, of what I've seen, because like it's not overly impressive. At least not so far. I think everything in this list is just January. I think all of this is just January. So if I was gonna rank it from worst to best, Killer Whale is easily the worst, which I kind of knew going in it was gonna be the worst because I saw that. Okay, so one of the reasons those who watch the show for like years now will know, back in the day I mentioned this, I am obsessed with orca whales. Like they're far beyond my favorite animal. They're my almost my favorite creature on earth, and that does include humans. I love the orca whale, and there's very little content made and movie wise about orca whales. I watch documentaries, but there's hardly any movies. So I was excited for this. It looked like terrible, cheap crap. I knew it was going to be, but I just wanted to laugh and have a good, so bad it's good time with it. And at some moments I did, but it was really, really bad. So that's the worst. That's the worst for me. Followed by Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker was terrible. Then I would probably go Greenland 2. Then I would go People We Meet on Vacation. I enjoyed that. And then my runner up would be The Rip, because that was actually pretty decent, especially for a Netflix film. And then number 1 would be Send Help. That would be how I would rank what I watched in January. And I gotta get some February watches in there, man. I be slacking. I be slacking all the time. Collector Movie Man says, Zach, quick question. Are you looking forward to the Scrubs reboot coming back in February? I'm sorry, man. I'd be lying if I said I was, because I've not watched Scrubs. Never seen it. I should watch it. I should watch Andor, but I haven't. I'm sorry. I can't promise that I will. So no, not really excited because I don't know the show. But I'm excited for people who do watch the show. Collective Movie Man says they're bringing back all the original actors. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm happy for everybody who enjoyed the show. That'll be a lot of fun. Toxic Gamer says, I really enjoyed Wonder Man, where I was actually surprised by how good it was. I think most of the surprise, because a lot of people are surprised of how good it was, I think a lot of the surprise comes from the fact that they tried to bury the show. This show was supposed to come out. Okay, so Wonder Man was shot, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 years ago. It sat on a shelf for like 2 years. And then it was supposed to come out last December. And then they moved it to January. And there's been like little trailers, nothing at all. So yeah, I was very surprised by how good it was, because it looked like they were trying to get rid of this show and sweep it under the mat. So honestly, it's a great start. Wonder Man is a great start to what I consider to be the year of the MCU once again. Spider-Man Brand New Day, ending the year with Avengers Doomsday, Daredevil Born Again is thrown in the mix. This could be a very strong year for Marvel, and Wonder Man started it off on such a good leg. The View with Drew says, my birthday was awesome. Had pizza, ice cream, cake, and got 2 Blu-ray movies and 4 Lego sets. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you had a great birthday. Toxic Gamer says, where would you rather see Wonder Man and Trevor again? A Wonder Man season 2 or him popping up in an Avengers movie? I don't think those characters belong anywhere near an Avengers movie right now. I think that would be so jarring. I don't think that would work. And I also don't think it would work for like Wonder Man's such a smaller niche show. I don't think it would work to just throw them into the mainstream casual audience Avengers movie. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I would be down for Wonder Man season 2. I would. I mean, as long as you bring back like Destin Daniel Cretton, which, by the way, how excited are we now for Spider-Man Brand New Day now that Destin Daniel Cretton has done Shang-Chi and Wonder Man? Like, that was one of my takeaways from watching Wonder Man was, man, this guy's good. I love what he does in the MCU. I'm so excited. I was so excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm even more excited now after watching Wonder Man. But yeah, if you're asking me that question, I would want Wonder Man season 2. Toxic Gamer says, I'm seeing GOAT in an early access screening on Saturday, where I should come out with a short out of the theater reaction the same day, then a review the next day. Awesome, man. That sounds fun. I can't promise I'm going to see that movie. I can't promise. I don't think so. Toxic Gamer says, I think it'll be at least good, though. But here's the thing. I think GOAT comes out the same day as Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I'm watching Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. If I have to pick between the two, which I'm probably going to have to because I can't just live at the theater on the weekend, I'm picking Have Fun, Good Luck, Don't Die. 100%. Drew's Movie Club. What's going on, Drew's Movie Club? Thanks for joining us. I hate when my screensaver changes. It's on a rotation. I hate that because I always think something crashed. Toxic Gamer says, because after all, it is done by Sony Animation. K-pop Demon Hunters and the Spider-Verse movies were both great. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't disagree. But the trailers haven't interested me at all. And honestly, I might have a hot take here. K-pop Demon Hunters was saved by the music. Like, I like the movie, but I like it 10 times more than I would have liked it, simply because the soundtrack was awesome. Awesome. I listened to that soundtrack in the car. Not even gonna lie. I enjoy it. Well, I listened to Golden. This is what it sounds like. Those are the two I mainly listen to. I really enjoy those ones. But the story, it was fine. I thought it was fine. I'd be down for a sequel though. I would be down for a sequel. But Goat, nah, I don't know about that. Toxic Gamer says, I completely agree with you on Send Help. The third act didn't work for me either, but I still thought it was really good. Yeah, same man. I'm glad that we're aligned. It's nice not being lonely in that. The Ace, my buddy, says, do you think we will ever see Tom Holland in the black suit? Ever? Look, I mean, you got a movie called Secret Wars. See if I can do this. Do I have? No, I don't have it there. At the end of the Secret Wars comic, we know what happens if you've read it. I mean, that's where Spider-Man gets his black. That's where Venom. I think that's Secret Wars. Oh, I should be completely wrong and looking like an a-hole right now. No, but like at the end of the Secret Wars comic, that's where he originally gets his suit, right? I think I have it in this Birth of Venom saga I have down here. You're doing Secret Wars. Come on. And I think by the time Secret Wars comes out in, what's that supposed to be, 2000? It's supposed to be next year, right? 2027 is supposed to be Secret Wars, or is that 2028? I can't remember now. But by the time you get to the end of Secret Wars, you could do some stuff with Tom Holland Spider-Man where the Venom symbiote makes sense for where his character's at now. And I think it'd be really enticing to do it at the end of Secret Wars to fulfill the comic. I think he's gonna get it. I think Tom Holland's gonna get that black suit at the end of Secret Wars. I do. So yes, I do. I think we will see him in that black suit. Toxic Gamer says, I also agree about Begonia. I thought it was an movie that I would say I appreciated more than I enjoyed. It was an movie? Dang. You thought it was an movie? That's hilarious. I wouldn't go that harsh on it, but yeah, no, it was fine. Like the performances were great. Like Emma Stone was great. Jesse Plemons was great. I loved the friend. I can't remember his name, but he was great. Yeah, it just especially by the end, it didn't really I don't know. The Oscars seem a little weird to me, but it was like I liked it enough, but I wouldn't watch it again. Let's put it that way. The Ace says, what movie in 2026 would you be shocked if it hit $1 billion? I mean, are we going realistic? Because I mean, I could say Goat. If Goat hit $1 billion, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if Goat hit $1 billion. Project Hail Mary. If we're going for more obvious ones, Mandalorian and Grogu, I'll be shocked if Mandalorian and Grogu makes $1 billion. Like, that would really show that all this talk about Star Wars being dead and all this kind of stuff would just be out the window. If the Star Wars name could carry Mandalorian and Grogu to $1 billion, I would be floored. I wouldn't just be floored. I would I'd be flabbergasted. I'd be gobsmacked. I'd be all the shocked words that you could possibly do. I'd bring back that Craven bet and I'd eat a whole tissue. Or was it a tissue box? I can't remember. No, I'll be shocked if Mandalorian and Grogu makes $1 billion. I won't be too shocked if Devil Wears Prada 2 makes $1 billion. I'll be a little shocked, but Legacy sequel, it's a pretty popular movie. The girls, the moms and the daughters will come out for it. I wouldn't be entirely shocked if it made $1 billion. I don't think it's going to. Let's see here. Supergirl, I'd be kind of shocked if it made $1 billion, to be honest. Obviously, I'm expecting Spider-Man to hit $1 billion. I'd be shocked if Disclosure Day made $1 billion because it's not the kind of movie that does. So there are quite a few options that I'd be shocked if it made $1 billion. I'd be shocked if Dune 3 made $1 billion, honestly, because I mean we are seeing the box office for that go up. It's hard to kind of judge because in 2021 it was day and day released in theaters and HBO Max. during the pandemic. So the numbers, I think it made like $400 million, the first Dune did, which are kind of hard to judge because then Dune Part 2, I think, made like 700 million or maybe even 800 million. Does it have enough to go up to $1 billion? That would kind of shock me a little bit, to be honest. I don't expect Dune Part 3 to hit $1 billion, but it had some big box office jumps in the past, so we'll have to wait and see. I am curious now, though. What is let me go to. I have my keyboard in a terrible place right now. Still working that out. What I'm very curious though. What is the box office for Dune? Let's go here. So Dune Part 1. Okay, yeah, so 410 million worldwide, but that's you know, that was pandemic, that was day and day release, so you can't really judge that too much. It's inconclusive. Then you get to Dune Part 2, which had to jump to 7. Okay, so 714 million. Do I think that Dune Part 3 could jump to $1 billion? No, I don't think so. I think the ceiling for Dune Part 3 is maybe 800 million if it's really good, because Dune Part 2 was like immaculate filmmaking and storytelling. It was great. If Dune Part 3 can match that, I could see it jumping up to 800, maybe 900 million. But you also got day and day with Avengers Doomsday. You know, you got Doomsday coming out. So I'd be shocked if Dune Part 3 hit $1 billion. I would be shocked if it did. Anyways, where were we? We were here. Toxic Gamer says, I saw an AMC Scream Unseen the other day. So jealous that I don't have that in my town, man. I would love to go to those screens unseen. And it was the new Dracula. It was better than I expected, but I didn't love it. I didn't even know there was a new Dracula coming out. That's interesting. Who's doing it? I don't know who's doing it. Collector Movie Man says it's going to be around 450 million. Sorry, no, this isn't a movie. It's going to be around $450 that I should get back. Wow, dude. That's great. That's a good tax return. And on my poll, I put a PlayStation 5, a Switch 2, or a new shelf for my movies, an iPad 11, an Apple Watch. Those were the things I put on my poll. You could do a Lamborghini. I mean, dude, you're a collector movie man. A new shelf for your movies might be a good idea, man. You're eventually going to run out of space. I'm at the part where I'm running out of space. My collection setup, like over here, there's a reason this is off camera. This is janky. This is if there's ever an earthquake, I am going to die. I will die live on you know what? I'll show you. So you can see here, all right? This is an ugly white shelf. And then this is a small wooden shelf that's just placed on top of this shelf with movies all the way up to the top. I don't know if I can show you the height on that. There you go. That's good enough. So, if let me fix. That is ugly. There we go. So, if thankfully I'm in a location. I live in a place where earthquakes are very, 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 very unlikely to happen. But the weight of these movies hold that shelf in place, so it's fine. But if there's ever an earthquake and I'm doing a live show or I'm recording a YouTube video, I'm dead. So keep watching. You never know what might happen. Wait, what were we talking about? Collector Movie Man. He says, right. A new shelf for your movies, man. That would be my poll vote. I think you should get a new shelf for your movies. Toxic Gamer. It's Super Mario Galaxy clip with Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. It's the Super Mario Galaxy clip with what is? It's Super Mario with Baby Mario. Oh, is this your short? Is this your 400,000 viewed short? Because I did see, I think you posted on Instagram that was at 200,000 views on your shorts. So it's jumped up to 400,000. Oh, okay. Crazy. That's crazy, man. People love that Mario. The 8th Avenue says, I love orcas. That's why we're friends, buddy. That's why we're friends. I knew it. We love High School Musical and we love orcas. That's why we're friends. Nathan, and I guess we love movies too. Nathan's Random Movies. Will you watch How to Make a Killing from Glenn Powell in February? I want to. It sounds like a smaller movie. I don't know if my theater's gonna get it, but I do want to. What even is that? To be honest, I don't remember off the top of my head what that is. Let me look here. Let me just get back to Google. What is this movie? What is this? What's this? What's this? Glenn Powell's everywhere. What's this? How to Make a Killing? Is that what it is? How to kill someone? How to make a killing? How to? I shouldn't. I really should not Google how to kill someone. That is not a good idea to have in my search history. How to Make a Killing? Okay. How to Make a Killing. Who directed by John Patton Ford? I don't know who he is. Disowned. What is this? I don't need a new bra right now. Get out of here. Disowned at birth by his obscenely wealthy family, blue collar Beckett Redfellow. That's a great name. Beckett Redfellow will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance, no matter how many relatives stand in his way. Ooh, it's an action movie. And John wrote it. Good job, John. He directed and wrote it. I don't know what this is, to be honest, but I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Yep. Final verdict. I'm in. I will watch it in February. Collector Movie Man says, Zach, I have a question. Have you watched Jessica Jones? I've watched season 1, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. And I watched The Defenders, because I was watching my plan, like, last year, 2 years ago. When did Daredevil Born Again come out? It came out last year, didn't it? Man, it feels like 2 years ago. Last year I was gonna watch all of the Marvel Netflix shows, and then I was gonna like do a ranking of them and everything before Daredevil Born Again. Then I got to Jessica Jones season 1, The Defenders. I'll be honest, Luke Cage lost me. It kind of lost me a bit. So then I just jumped to Daredevil season 3 and finished Daredevil, and I didn't go back to any of the other ones. But I did really enjoy Jessica Jones season 1. I thought it was really enjoyable, but I haven't seen the other 2 seasons. I should probably catch up on that before Daredevil Born Again comes out. Nathan's Random Movies says Hollywood seems like it's kind of scared because Iron Lung by Markiplier actually did really well at the box office. I saw it with my friend who watched Markiplier, and the theater applauded at the end. Yeah, I heard that he did really well on a $3 million budget. It made what? What did it make? A Box Office Mojo. What did it make? What was that? Iron Lung. I think it made like 19 million, didn't it? On like a $3 million budget. It was like something like that. Yeah, it's at 20 million worldwide. Nice. Yeah, good for Markiplier. I haven't seen it. I also haven't heard great things about it. Yeah, the opening, it was 17 million on the opening weekend. Okay, 17 million. That's amazing. That's really, really good. Good for Markiplier. I mean, he has like a huge following, like 70 million subscribers, something like that. And he's been around for decades at this point. So, is it decades? It must be decades at this point, because he was around when I was in like school, like young school. Like, what do you call that? Elementary school or middle school, whatever. That's awesome, though. I don't know if Hollywood's scared necessarily, but I do think it gives creators who want to make movies a pretty like optimistic chance, because, you know, all right, Markiplier, who's the next Markiplier? Who's going to make us a movie? I think it's a good thing. Collector Movie Man says, Zach, did you hear what Ian McKellen, which, by the way, I called him Ian McDermott on my X-Men teaser reaction, and no one called me out for it. I really appreciate all you guys, because you could have easily called me out for that. That was such a stupid, boneheaded 6 o'clock in the morning brain fart. Ian McKellen. I know his name's Ian McKellen. Did you hear what Ian McKellen let slip about Doomsday on a podcast he was on? I did hear what he said. And I have my own little theories about that, because for those who missed it, he basically was talking about how playing Magneto has changed over the years. And he was talking about how when he was first in X-Men, they had like wires on cars, and now they just do everything with CGI. And he happened to say, I destroyed New Jersey the other day. And then he was quickly, I didn't mean to say that, or I shouldn't have said that. Know who lives in New Jersey? Miss Marvel. Do you know what Miss Marvel's been confirmed to be? A mutant. Do you know who Magneto? You get it. You get it. You get it. I think there's something to do with Miss Marvel. I think Iman Vellani. I don't think she's been announced, but I think she's in Doomsday. I think she's in Doomsday, and I think Professor X and I think Magneto go and get her, or team up with her, or seek her out as a mutant. And I think more mutant stuff is going to develop in the MCU from there. But that's what my mind went to. Was I was like, oh, you destroyed New Jersey. I know who lives in New Jersey. I watched Disney Plus. I know. Nathan Dread Movies. Are you excited for Lee Cronin's The Mummy reboot? Not yet, because I've not seen a single Lee Cronin movie. It's on my list of movies to watch. I do plan on watching all of his movies as long as they're appropriate, and then going to see The Mummy, probably doing a ranking and all that stuff. But I've not seen a single Lee Cronin movie, and I've also not seen a trailer for The Mummy yet. So can't say I'm excited, but I'm curious. We did a jump there. Collective Movie Man. The interviewer asked him, what have you been up to, Ian McKellen? And he's like, oh yeah, I just blew up New Jersey. And then he said, oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. Yep, exactly. And you know, like I said, who's in New Jersey? She's also a mutant. She's a mutant. I don't know if this is picking up. She's a mutant. Miss Marvel is a mutant, and she lives in New Jersey. Luke Irvin, what's going on, Luke? It's been a minute. How you doing, man? What's up, everybody? What's up, Luke? Acres, by the way, Acres of Movies, also been a minute. What's going on? Stacy from Acres of Movies. Best movie this year so far. I mean, I gotta go with Send Help. That's what I've based off what I've seen. It's gotta be Send Help. And you know what? Send Help is just really fun. So I don't have any problems with that. Nathan's Red Movies says, my favorite of the year so far is easily No Other Choice. Have you seen it and will you watch it? Because I highly recommend it. No Other Choice. Is that from this year? I thought that was last year. I will watch it. I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. I can't tell you when I'll watch it, but I will watch it. Toxic Gamer says, what would you say is a movie review you got the most hate for? Probably Happy Gilmore 2. Because I did not like Happy Gilmore 2. And many people did not like that I didn't like Happy Gilmore 2. Why can't you just have fun? It doesn't have to be Oscar bait. No, but can it at least be funny and can it at least be good? I get it, it's all subjective. You thought it was good, you thought it was funny. I didn't find cameos from celebrities who are just playing descendants from characters from the first film that we have to beat you on the head with a hammer and flashback to the first film so that you understand that this guy is this guy's son. Didn't like that. Thought it was stupid. Made me feel stupid. And when I feel stupid, I don't like feeling stupid. I do that enough on my own. You don't need to make me feel stupid. I already feel stupid. All right, should probably move on. Yeah, probably Happy Gilmore 2. Probably Happy Gilmore 2. Dakota Man Movies, what's going on? Dakota, another MVP, I must say. A lot of you guys are I shouldn't just call out one person. A lot of you guys are MVPs of this chat. But Dakota Man Movies has been here for years, along with Toxic Gamer, along with a lot of you guys. Collected Movie Man, of course. So don't mean to just single out. I don't mean to singling you out, but Dakota Man Movies, great to see you, man. Hi, Zach. Did you see 3C Films was predicting that Michael was going to make $2 billion, and do you agree with him? I love 3C Films. I watch a lot of 3C Films. I've been watching a lot of 3C Films lately, actually. I think he is Cocoa Bananas thinking that Michael's going to make $2 billion. The highest grossing musical biopic of all time is Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh man, how do you spell Bohemian? See what I mean about feeling stupid? What is it? Rhapsody? I should probably stop yelling. I don't know how well this is picking up. Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, I think, is the current champ of being the highest grossing musical biopic, and it's 910 million worldwide, which is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not going 910 million worldwide. Michael will beat that easily. Like that's a tall feat. And once again, Queen is another like really popular artist, and Freddie Mercury and all that kind of stuff. So 910 million worldwide. I think Michael can beat that. I do think Michael can do $1 billion. But to think that he can like, what would that be? Double that? Would that be double? I'm not good at math. Like I said, you don't need to make me feel stupid. The thing that Michael will, I'm just gonna say double that. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think of all of 3C Films' takes, that's one of his craziest. And yeah, okay, we'll see. Acres of Movies. What are your 3 favorite Bradley Cooper performances? Oh my goodness, that is a question. Can I say Rocket Raccoon? Can I say Rocket Raccoon? Does that count? I know this is probably getting annoying, but I love having the internet. So let's search Bradley Cooper. Let's see what he's done as an actor. Why does he only have 7? He's only been in 17 movies? That doesn't make sense. I think IMDb is lying to me. How has Bradley Cooper only been in 17 movies? And his first movie was Limitless? That's not right. Did I look up executive producer? Because these are showing executive producers. Maybe this is an actor. Maybe I hit producer. Oh, actor, 79. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. 79 movies. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. All right, yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, it's showing everything. It's showing TV shows and everything. Okay. Let me just scroll really quickly. Let me see if anything sticks out to me. I mean, The Hangover, he's pretty funny in The Hangover. I do like Limitless, I'm not gonna lie. He's really good in Silver Line's Playbook. Him and Jennifer Lawrence. I really do enjoy that one. Guardians of the Galaxy as Rocket. I mean, can I say that? I don't know. American Sniper was really good. I don't know how many people feel about that, but I really liked American Sniper. He's in 10 Cloverfield Lane? Oh, he's a voice. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I remember the Limitless show. That was a decent show, honestly, of the movie. Only 4 episodes. That's disappointing. I actually like that. Anyways, moving on. A Star is Born. He's really good in that too. Oh, of course, Thor: Love and Thunder. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. I think what I'm seeing, I would have to go with Star is Born, Silver Line's Playbook. What was the other one I said? Rocket? Limitless. I'll say Limitless for now. But you know, I'm not gonna lock those in. That's just what I'm thinking. Collective Movie Man says, Zach, do you think the Odyssey will make 1 billion? This is the tough one, isn't it? Christopher Nolan has a lot of clout. Oppenheimer, which is going to probably end up being a more dramatic film than, I mean, it was just people talking in rooms and math than the Odyssey. And that got close to making 1 billion, but it had Barbenheimer. I'm going to say no. It's not going to make 1 billion. Has a Sword and Sandals like kind of like Troy, like those kind of movies, have they ever made $1 billion? I don't know a single movie that's made $1 billion in that genre. And it doesn't have like a Barbenheimer to go up against with it, but it's gonna be a smash. Like it's definitely gonna get close, I think. But I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it right here, and it probably means that it will, because I'm wrong all the time. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again, and this is probably that time that I'll be wrong again. I don't think it makes $1 billion. I don't think it gets there. I'd love it to get there. I just don't think it does. Toxic Gamer, I typed with the eye on Begonia comment. That's okay, man. I understood what you were saying. Acres of Movies says, who would you cast as live action Jack Skellington? Jim Parsons. I don't know why. He's always the one that comes to my mind. Maybe oh, what's that guy's name? What is that guy's name? I can't remember the guy's name now. I'm just gonna stick with Jim Parsons. Toxic Gamer, the new Dracula was done by Luc Besson. I'm not familiar with Luc Besson. Have I seen any of his stuff? All right, let's see here. You guys can let me know if IMDb and all this searching is annoying you, but I'm a little rusty. What was the name? I don't even remember the name. Luke Besson. Luke Besson. Keep that in your mind, Zach. Luke Besson. There he is. All right. What did he do? Anything of note? Oh, he did. He did The Fifth Element. That's of note. I guess I should look under his director credits. All right. What am I looking at here? Okay. He did Dogman, but not the one I watched. That's not the one I watched last year. Oh, I forgot about this movie. I haven't seen a single thing this guy has done. Not to say he hasn't done good stuff. He's done some good stuff that I just haven't watched. But I don't think I've seen a single one of this guy's movies. I've never seen Leon the Professional. Heard it's great. Never seen The Fifth Element. Heard it's great. I've seen trailers for Arthur 3, The War of Two Worlds when I was a kid, but I don't see the movie. Never saw that. Never saw Lucy. Heard about it. Never saw this. Valerian City and the bomb that it was. I can honestly say I've never seen a single thing this guy has done. So I have nothing to base the new Dracula on. I hope he did a good job. He's out there living his dream as a director and writer in Hollywood. So I hope he did a good job. Collective Movement says, wow, I can't believe your wife let you watch Jessica Jones even with that one scene. I skipped a lot of Jessica Jones. You know, just double tap the screen. It's over. Acres of Movie says, make Candyland movie. Make Candyland a movie like the board game? I haven't thought about Candyland in forever. The board game Candyland? Is that what we're talking about? Or did you mean to put Candyman? Either way, I'm going to say it's not a bad idea. Do you guys remember Candyland? Anyone else? See, this is the one I had. This is the one I remember. I don't know if I can show it on screen here. This is the one I remember though, with the king, with the crown. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that. What am I talking about? You guys can't see that. Here, let me just whoops, not that. This. Move that over just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now you guys can see that. This is the one I remember. The guy with the crown and all that. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could make it like a fantasy adventure film kind of thing. I could see that being a thing, but would I be interested in watching a Candyland movie? Probably not. But a trailer could easily win me over, just like that. So, we'll see. Anything's worth a shot. If it's executed right, you can make it work. It could be like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing in Candyland. You could make it work. I could see a way that it could work. I've changed my mind. I want a Candyland movie. The Laser! I am here. Yes, he is. He also retracted his message. I hope you were being nice. Yeah, The Laser. What's going on, man? Again, don't mean to single out just people, but MVP of the chat is here. What's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. Collector Movie Man, did you hear what got leaked about Doomsday? And John Campea actually confirmed it because he actually knows a lot about the movie from his people that he knows at the studio. Yeah, I did. I heard about the ship, right? About the Fantastic Four ship. I heard about that. I'm very confused. Like, I don't disbelieve John Campea, don't get me wrong, but I'm very confused how like actors on the set who work on the film don't even get to really know the context of their scenes or know how the film, like, there's like Marvel actors talk about it all the time. They never get to see the finished script. They tricked Tom Holland like 3 different versions of the script when he was doing Infinity War and Endgame. So I don't understand how like John Campea and like Robert Meyer Burnett were able to just like get a look at the script and like read the whole story from someone within the studio. Like, that seems like a major NDA like lawsuit waiting to happen. Like, why would like I believe John Campea and Robert Meyer Burnett. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that they know the movie. I do believe that they have looked at the script or read the script, whatever they did with the script, wiped their butts with the script, whatever they did with it. I believe that they did it. I just don't understand how. Especially with the secrecy of Marvel, especially with everything like that they put their actors through. So I don't take it with a grain of salt necessarily, but there is that question in my mind of like, what draft did they see? Are they changing things on set? Like they're constantly moving things around and working and doing reshoots and changing this and that and this and blah 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 blah. So like maybe they knew something from like draft 3, but maybe they knew something that was in the script that's now not in the script, and things get deleted and removed and switched around. So I don't take it like too intensely, but I did hear who's on the Fantastic Four ship. It's intriguing, but until the movie comes out, until the trailer comes out, I'm taking everything with kind of a grain of salt, because I do have my questions about how they're able to do that when a lot of the actors probably don't even know how the movie is going to turn out. The Laser says, "How are you, man? I got my snack mix to watch the stream." Oh, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that you come here with snacks in hand and you're excited. I'm excited. I don't know. Sometimes I talk and say too much on this stream, but hopefully it's for entertainment. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and you guys like hanging out, because I love hanging out with you. I love these. Anchors of Movies says, "H is for Hawk Good too. I loved Send Help." H is for Hawk Good too. I don't know what that part means, but Send Help was a lot of fun. I'm glad you loved it. Toxic Gamer says, "My favorite movie of the year so far is 28 Layers The Bone Temple. I haven't seen a single 28 years or day or weeks movie ever." Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I hear there's a lot of zombie dingalings. I hear there's a lot of zombie dingalings flapping in the air, flapping in the wind. Setting sail. Hoist up. There's a lot of zombies hoist up, sailing through the wind in those movies. Do I need to see that? I don't think I do. Acres of Movies saying, "Children and Story of Happy Gilmore sequel was awful." Agreed. I really did not like it. Acres of Movies, "Who do you prefer, Steve Martin or Bill Murray?" I'm probably Steve Martin. My wife and I love Steve Martin. We haven't seen like a lot of his stuff, but the stuff that we have seen of his, like The Jerk, we love The Jerk. When he's singing in the bathtub, I'm picking out what is it? I'm picking out a thermos for you. We sing that randomly. If we're like going in the kitchen to get something, we sing that randomly to each other all the time. We find that hysterical. And I really like him in Only Murders in the Building. My wife and I love watching Only Murders in the Building, and Steve Martin's a big reason for that. So I'm gonna go with Steve Martin. I like Bill Murray too. I like his grumpy kind of old man energy as well, but Steve Martin, I gravitate more towards his sense of humor than Bill Murray. The Laser, "Hey man, I'm starting to feel more negative on Stranger Things 5. Look, the season had fun moments, but I think the season lacked direction, planning, and stakes. While the season is okay, I was disappointed." I mean, yeah, I can understand that. I think a lot of people were disappointed with how the season kind of went. I think there was a lot of questions and fan theories that people had, and a lot of them were not satisfyingly answered. A big one is, how does Eleven know Will from the Upside Down? We never found out. My feelings on it haven't really changed. I enjoyed it. What was clear to me by the end of season 5 is that it was meant to be the last season. Like it was starting to overstay its welcome. Even in season 5, I was like, if I didn't know already that this was the last season, I would probably think this should be the last season, because the kids were no longer looking like kids. They could not pull off those ages anymore, and it did kind of feel like they were scrambling at times to figure out how to conclude the thing. It definitely doesn't feel like they had a map from the beginning to the end since season 1, which I don't expect them to, but I think a lot of their talk made it sound like they did, and maybe they just misspoke or they weren't speaking correctly. But I can see why people would be disappointed. I personally was satisfied with it. I thought the ending was nice. I really do like the show still. I think it's gonna have fond memories for me. but I probably won't go back to watch Stranger Things again for like a number of years now. And we'll see how season 5 holds up for me after that. Toxic Gamer says, are you seeing The Strangers chapter 3 this week? Unfortunately, I'm seeing it tomorrow. Wish me luck. I love how you say I'm unfortunately seeing it tomorrow. No one's forcing you at gunpoint. You don't have to go. That being said, I did check my local theater, and it's not playing. So, womp womp. Or hooray. We'll see. We'll see. I did watch all the Stranger movies, though, leading up to it. And then my theater wasn't even playing it, so whatever. I made a little short tier list thing, but yeah, I probably won't see that in theaters. Collective Movie Man says, I guess at the end of Thunderbolts when we see the oh well, I should have. Okay, this is kind of tricky because it's still on the screen. It's still on the screen. It's still on the. It was on the screen for a while now. It was on the screen for a while now, so I don't even know why I'm trying to hide it. I did hear about it. I won't say it because it's hard because it's rumors, but people still don't want to know. But I guess because it's a rumor, it's fine. I guess we'll just take it as a rumor. If you don't want to know any of the rumors from Doomsday, which if you're here, I'm pretty sure you already heard this already from other people besides my chat. So fair warning, it's still on the screen, so you can read it anyways. But he's asking, at the end of Thunderbolts, when we see Fantastic Four ship, Doom is there, and Steve Rogers is on the ship too. I heard that too. I heard that that's the rumor. Leaves me with questions. Leaves me with all right, so which Steve Rogers is it? Did they go back in time to get him? Did they travel to a different multiverse? Is it gonna end up being a multiversal Captain America? It's not gonna be the one that we knew from the MCU since First Avenger. It's gonna be a multiverse Captain America, or is the one from First Avenger technically a multiverse version now? Like, how does that work? So it does leave me with questions. If it's true, rumors are that it is. Also, why is Doom hanging out with them? I don't know. Why is Steve Rogers fine with hanging out with Doom? I don't know. It's interesting though. It is interesting, but rumors for now. So who knows? Fox Gamer says, "Dang, I didn't realize Bohemian Rhapsody made that much." Yeah, man, it made a killing. I remember going to see that in theaters, and it was like the end with the concert. I can't remember what it's called. Something made. I can't remember what it was called, but it felt like we were at a concert, like Live Aid. I think it was called Live Aid. The ending with the concert, like when my brother and I were in the theater watching that. Oh man, it felt like we were at the concert. That was such a fun theater experience. Like just for the musical sequences and the live performance, as live as they could be, I guess. I really enjoyed them. So yeah, I'm not surprised it made that much in some cases because the movie was a ton of fun and had a lot of crowd pleasing moments. But yeah, it was also a different time. It was like 2018, I think it came out in 2018 when like every big blockbuster or every big movie that came out made almost $1 billion. So different times, different audiences, but yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that theater experience a lot. Collective Movement says, did you hear what Elon Musk said about Christopher Nolan? It was so ridiculous. No. No, I've been off Twitter for 5 months now. It's crazy. I hear these things of like what people are talking about on the internet, and it feels like a foreign land to me now. Like I'm so detached from it. I'm so out of the loop that whenever I watch like a 3C Films video or I'm listening to John Campea at work and they start talking, or Christian Harloff at work, and they start talking about what Twitter's been talking about, what people online are saying, and like it's so weird to be on this side of the fence where I'm kind of like peeking over. That analogy doesn't work. Never mind. But I'm not on Twitter, so I have no idea what Elon Musk said about Christopher Nolan. I'm assuming it was a tweet. I heard about what he said about Lupita Nyong'o being cast in the Odyssey because John Campea talked about it on the show the other day. But I didn't see the tweet and I don't know anything about it from my own eyewitness. Whatever. Toxic Gamer says, I think Lee Cronin did Evil Dead Rise. I saw Evil Dead Rise. Okay. I saw Evil Dead Rise. A little bit too mean-spirited for my taste. I think that's the only Lee Cronin movie I saw is Evil Dead Rise. Toxic Gamer says, I'm going to start watching Invincible building up to season 4 coming out this year, and same for Outer Banks. I completely fell off of Invincible. I really enjoyed season 1. I thought season 1 was fantastic, but I fell off. 3D movie cinema, what's going on? Jake, man, good to see you in here, man. Thanks for being here. What's up, Zach? Good to see you live streaming again. Oh, it's good to be back. See what I did there? I'm back, guys. No, it's good to be here. I really enjoy it. Whenever I get a chance to do this, I enjoy the crap out of it. So this is awesome. You guys deserve something nicer than that. I enjoy my time here greatly. So thank you all for being here. Toxic Gamer, I think Nolan has a good chance of hitting 1 billion since Oppenheimer came close, and same for Inception. Inception came close to 1 billion? I'm not familiar with that. One sec, let me look this up. Let me fact check your let me spell it right first. Let me not put in Ibception. I want to be in, not Ib. Inception. Let's see here. What did it make? What did it do? We've got Inception. Okay, it made 839 worldwide. I don't know if you can. I don't know if that qualifies as came close to making 1 billion. I think once you get into the high 900 millions, that's when you can kind of start to say it came close. I feel like I'm off center in this. Nuts. I think once it gets into the high 900 millions, that's when it's considered close, but that's pretty good. 839. I would not have expected that, to be honest, if you had asked me how much Inception made. Because the movie says Warner Brothers releases comedy cut off Jonah Hill. Sorry. Warner Brothers releases comedy cut off Jonah Hill, Kristen Bell, Bette Midler, Nathan Lane comedy on same day as Odyssey. Will it be a cut off? You see? Will it be a cut off? You see? Are you trying to Acres of Movies? Is that the new Barbenheimer? Are you trying to say is cut off Jonah Hill gonna be the new Barbenheimer with Odyssey? No. I'd be surprised if Cut Off with Jonah Hill makes $40 million opening weekend. I'd be surprised if it makes 20 million opening weekend. What is it? It's a comedy with Christian. I've never heard of it. I didn't even know this was coming out. It not even gonna touch the Odyssey. No, not at all. I don't think so at all. Toxic Gamer says, I think Johnny Depp will be a good Jack Skellington. I mean, he's kind of old now, isn't he? Kind of old for the part. I don't know. I mean, it's Johnny Depp. He'd be great at anything. He's fantastic. But I don't know if I see him. Like, he's not tall and lanky enough, you know? Oh, you know, Jacob Elordi, is that his name? Jacob Elordi? He could be a fun Jack Skellington. He's tall. He's kind of langy. Though he did great in Frankenstein. The Laser says, with Scream 7 getting very little marketing, it has started to make me concerned for the film. Are you worried? Not really. Scream has never like been a huge like again, if we go back to the box office mojo here, let's just look at a couple of the movies here. Let's look at the more recent ones. Let's look at like Scream 4, right? Okay, so we'll go to Scream 4. It did 97 million worldwide. What did it do opening weekend? Domestically, what's that? 38 million worldwide? Or 38 million domestically. So it opened to 38 million. What did Scream 5 do? Scream 5 jumped up to 137. Again, opening 30 million. And what did Scream 6 do? Oh, pretty consistent with Scream 5, 166 worldwide. And it had the biggest opening at 44 million of those 3 movies that we looked at. So these movies, like, they're very reliant on the Scream fan base. You know, I could see Scream 7 opening to 30 million easily. Maybe 25 million because of some of the backlash from some of the fans. But these movies aren't like crazy money budgets or crazy budgets or anything like that. So, I mean, what I'm worried about the most from Scream 7 is just like the desperate attempt. It kind of feels like they're bringing back Stu. They're allegedly bringing back other Ghostface and trying to tie it all together to a greater saga. And you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. We don't need Scream to try that hard. We really don't. And I've never wanted Stu to come back. I think it's a terrible, depending on how they do it, it could work, but I think it's a terrible idea to bring back Stu. I don't think you should do it. So that's what has me the most worried about Scream 7. But as far as like, you know, do I think it's gonna do horribly because the marketing's not good? No, I think it'll be fine. Acres of Movies says, do you want Tarantino biopic? Who you cast as Quentin? Does it start with a close-up of a foot? Oh, man. Who would you cast as Tarantino? That's a really good question. I don't know. He's got such a unique look. Tarantino got such a... I mean, maybe Rami Malek could pull it off. You give him a little prosthetics. I don't know. Do I want a biopic from Tarantino? No, but I'd watch one. I'm curious about his story and you know, how he made it into the like. I know the cliff notes of how he made it into the business, but like telling the story of that could be pretty cool. That could be really cool. Toxic Gamer says Fifth Element was weird but fun. Yeah, I hear good things about it. Never checked it out though. The Laser says some Toy Story 5 merch leaked revealing Bo Peep and Ducky and Bunny from Toy Story 4. So people worry about Woody's return not being explained. Won't be an issue, but how do you think they will explain it? Yeah, I don't know. He just comes to visit. He just comes to visit. I don't know. I think there's a lot that you could do with Woody's return. But I think the simplest answer might be the best answer. The toys come, like, go to find him and ask for his help, maybe, you know? Oh no, the iPads are taking over. Bonnie, well, Woody knew what to do. He always knew what to do. That's right. We need Woody. And then, you know, coming this summer. I don't know. They're going to go find Woody. Or he just like, hey, buddies, I'm coming back to visit. Anyways, Bunny and Ducky being in there, that's cool. That's really cool. Acres of Movies. Who do you cast as King in Candyland? Oh my goodness. Chris Pine. I want Chris Pine as the King of Candyland. Collective Movie Man says, I remember Candyland, but I had an old one back in the day when it first came out. I don't even know when it first came out, man. I don't even know. Collective Movie Man would not be interested in a Candyland movie. Acres Movie says, appreciate you, Zach. Thanks from Stacy. Well, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you for being here asking the questions. Otherwise, it's just me in my room alone talking to a webcam with no one on the other end. That goes for all of you guys, obviously. So thank you very much. Acres of Movies. I want a live action Warner Brothers Netflix Looney Tunes streaming series. Who you cast as Daffy Duck? I want a live action Warner Brothers Netflix Looney Tunes streaming series. Who do you cast as Daffy Duck? I don't understand. You want a live action? Okay. So it's a live action cartoon hybrid? Or Daffy Duck is in live action now? I want a live action Warner Brothers Netflix Looney Tunes streaming service. Who you cast as Daffy Duck? An unknown voiceover artist who needs the work. That's what I'll say. That's who I want to voice Daffy. Acres of Movies. H is for Hawk new movie this year. Claire Foy Falcone movie. Claire Foy Falcone. I'm sorry, I don't. H is for Hawk is a new movie this year. I've never heard of it. Is that the director? Claire Foy Falcone. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look it up. Toxic Gamer saying, I'm gonna head out now. Everyone have a nice rest of your day and nice catching up with you again. See you all next time. Pizza. Yeah, of course, man. You too. The show is made better as always because you were a part of it, my friend, and I appreciate you. You have a good night. Always appreciate you being here. Nathan's Random Movies. Oops, did a jump. Nathan's Random Movies says, how would you rank the MCU phases? That's a good question. Let's see here. Are we on 5 or are we on 6? What phase are we on? Are we on phase 5? I'm gonna assume we're on phase 5. So I'm gonna exclude phase 5. From worst to best. Actually, you know what? I was gonna say something, but okay, you know what? Actually, I think I might throw out a curveball here. 1 sec. Let me see if I can do this. MCU Phases. MCU Phases. All right, let's see here. Wikipedia. Wikipedia is your friend. Oh my goodness, Wikipedia. Get to the point. The Multiverse Saga, the Infinity War Saga. Okay. I'm looking at Phase 2, right? And Phase 2, just for memory, had Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. So it had 6 projects, right? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 6. Had 6 projects. Phase 4 had a bunch more projects. But I'm looking at it. Along with the TV shows, I could name 4 projects I liked more in Phase 4 than Phase 2. Because I liked WandaVision more than a lot of what's in Phase 2. I liked Spider-Man No Way Home a lot more than what's in Phase 2. I kind of like Black Panther Wakanda Forever a lot more than a lot of stuff in Phase 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I like a little bit more. Deadpool and Wolverine, I do like quite a bit. Oh wait, is that Phase 5 now? What phase is this? Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm in Phase 5 with Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know anymore. I'll go with this. I'm gonna go controversial because there's more stuff in it. I'm gonna go Phase 2 at the bottom as the worst. Then I'm gonna go with Phase 4. Then I'm gonna go with Phase 1, and then I'm gonna go with Phase 3. Easily Phase 3 is number 1. Like easily Phase 3 is number 1. But I do think there was some good stuff in Phase 4. The Loki series was in Phase 4. Yeah, there was some good stuff in Phase 4. The Laser says, did you see Minions 3 got leaked and they will follow different minions? The plot sounds really stupid. As opposed to what the other Minion movies. At this point, the franchise has lost me. It looks like the Minions 3 won't have Gru. That's fine. I think a Minions 3 could get like fully leaked. Like the whole movie could leak. You could watch it right now, and I think that movie would still make like $900 million in the box office when it comes out. I heard that the audio got leaked, and that just sounds like the worst thing to listen to ever. So I don't really care that the audio got leaked. As far as I'll be honest, I don't care. Just the Minions, sure, follow different Minions. Let's hear new sounds. I'm fine with that. They'll be the same. They're all gonna be the same. Acres of Movies. I think Coleman Domingo will win Best Supporting Actor for Michael next year. Do you? He looks intense. I mean, from a trailer, you can't predict what from a trailer. And there's so many performances to come out. I mean, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. I'm not gonna say it's not possible because he does look great in the trailer. But I can't really judge from a trailer. Just like, I'm blanking on his name, but Michael Jackson's nephew, he looks great in the trailer. He could win Best Actor. He could, based off the trailer, but I gotta watch the movie before I can officially say that. But I will say, based off the trailer, he could have a chance. Sure. Chaotic World, also known as Michael Entity, guys. Go support Michael Entity over at his new channel, Chaotic World. Great guy, great friend. Hey, Zach, I remember talking to you about being a Nick Cage marathon, but how about a Brandon Lee one? Only 4 films. He was one of the best. That would be easy. That would be... Is Brandon Lee the one that died on set? Is he the one that died on set? Was it The Crow? I think it was The Crow. Yeah, we did talk about possibly me watching and ranking every Nicolas Cage movie. But man, I don't know if I want to put myself through that. That's a lot of work. But Brandon Lee, 4 films. I might have to check that out. That's a great suggestion. I appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. The Laser says, don't punish yourself with Strangers Chapter 3. My sister loves those movies. Yeah, I probably won't. Acres of Movies says, I wouldn't mind watching The Murders in the Building, but I couldn't follow. It was going at a rate to me that I couldn't understand or process or think it was really happening. Doesn't seem to add up. I mean, Season 1 is probably when they tried the most. Every season after that has been diminishing returns in terms of them. Although, actually, the last season that they just did, what was it, Season 4. I think it was season 4. The mystery was actually pretty decent. The way they did it and executed it was actually pretty good. But like season 3 was basically like they did a musical angle and the mystery wasn't that great. But my wife and I mostly watch it for like the comedy, and it's like like not a turn off your brain, but like a relaxing kind of end of the night kind of show. We don't rewatch them or think about them afterwards. Nathan John Movies says, you know what recently made me feel sad? Darren Aronofsky made an AI generated TV show, and I hope it flops hard. What? He made a what? He made a what? What? How can you make that? Don't they have like laws or something in SAG and stuff? What was it? Darren Aronofsky AI show? Like, is he using AI entirely, or is he? Let me look this up. Darren Aronofsky AI movie. Let's see what this is. 6 days ago. It looks like let's go with Variety. I'm actually curious about this. You've brought this to my attention. I didn't know about this. So let's read this. Variety. Darren Aronofsky's AI studio used artificial intelligence tools for revolutionary war animated series, but hired human actors to voice founding fathers. Filmmaker Darren Aronofsky used AI to travel back in time 250 years ago to the American Revolution, but he tapped real-life human actors to provide voices in documenting key events of the country's foundational conflict. Aronofsky's, oh man, these are big words. Primordial Soup, the AI studio he formed. Wait, that's the name of the studio. Primordial Soup. Okay, so he's made a whole AI studio he formed last year, announced on this day, 1776, an animated series that recreates moments from America's founding year. The studio has licensed the series to Time Studios, which will distribute the episodes across Time's YouTube channel throughout 2026. The first 2 episodes premiere on Thursday. The short-form series uses a combination of traditional filmmaking tools and emerging AI capabilities, including Google's DeepMind AI division, to tell the stories about the Revolutionary War. The individuals in the series are voiced by SAG-AFTRA union actors, according to Primordial Soup. Each episode recreates scenes and moments from 1776 on their 250th anniversary, reframing the conflict not as a foregone conclusion, but as a fragile experiment shaped by those who fought for it. Per Primordial Soup, Episode 1, January 1st, the flag dramatizes the moment when the Grand Union flag was raised on Prospect Hill, 250 years to the month after it happened. Episode 2, blah, 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 blah. This project is a glimpse at what thoughtful, creative, artist-led use of AI can look like, not replacing craft, but expanding what's possible and allowing storytellers to go places they simply couldn't before, said Ben Batoni, president of Time Studios. That's interesting to me. I mean, it's easy to, right off the bat, get upset. It's easy to just go, AI? Well, that's the stuff that I'm not supposed to like. This is kind of where we're heading. This is kind of the future. AI is here to stay. It's going to get used more and more. I liked that it said that they are going to use. So it sounds to me the biggest casualties of this are going to be the animators, the artists who animate, which is terrible. Like, do I want AI to make Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, or do I want the artist to make Beyond the Spider-Verse? I want the artist to make Beyond the Spider-Verse. Thank you very much. I do not want my Beyond the Spider-Verse to be AI generated. But there are going to be a lot more instances, and you're going to see it come up more and more, especially after this, that there's going to be more AI generated animated stuff out there. And, like, famously, when Jurassic Park was being made and we were moving from stop motion animation to fully CGI dinosaurs, a lot of people lost their jobs with that too. And a lot of people who were hand-drawn animators, they were told, like, or not even just hand-drawn animators, people who worked in the props department who made like sculptures and stuff, and they were told, learn how to work a computer and do it digitally, or you're out of a job. You know, like it's not new for new technology to take the place of already existing departments and work. It sucks when it happens, but when new technology comes along, when new things develop, like you can't stop the world from evolving. You just can't. You can't stop technology from evolving, even if it is going to lead to our downfall. Who knows? Um, yeah, this is going to be more and more, and it's going to be really interesting to see the support that this gets, because it's interesting that this is also just going to be on YouTube. I didn't like it didn't sound like it was going to be distributed on like a streaming service that you pay for. It's going to be free on YouTube. So how's the views going to be? How's the response going to be? Are people going to notice that it's AI? Are they going to be okay with it not knowing that it's AI? Or are they going to be okay with it knowing that it's AI? There's a lot of question marks. There's a lot of unknown areas. There's a lot of uncharted territory that Darren Aronofsky and his studio are going into with this. But it's an interesting story, and it's definitely one to keep your eye on, because this is where it's heading, unfortunately. And like, I'm not 100% against using AI, as long as you can't tell, as long as it like, you know, works. I'm not too upset about that. But the difference with AI and say going from like hand-drawn animation to CGI animation is you still have someone behind the keyboard at the computer making the stuff and designing the stuff to be CG, and AI is more like prompts that you tell it to do and then it does it for you, which is in and of itself just a little bit lazier. So unfortunately, yeah, or fortunately, we'll see how it goes. This is where we're heading, and this is a pretty big step forward for it. So that's really interesting, though. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Nathan, because I'm gonna keep my eye on that. I will keep my eye on that. Chaotic World. I honestly think Scream 7 is going to be incredible. Back to writing, but now in the director's chair, and then coming back respectfully because she deserved a better treatment. It has to be good. Okay, so you're talking about the director who wrote the first Scream is now directing this one, and Neve Campbell wasn't treated well, and now she's getting better treatment. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I do like all of that. I am curious though. Just going back to IMDb for a second. What is this the first thing that this guy is directing? Because I know it's not the first thing that he wrote, but what's his name? Kevin Williamson. Is this the first? Oh my goodness. I don't need credit cards right now. Goodness gracious. Is this the first thing that he's directing, or have I seen any of his other stuff? Known for, he's got 2 directing credits. Where did it go? Okay, so he's only directed a movie from 1999 and Scream 7. I didn't know that. That's a little that is a little nerve-wracking now that I think about it. Right, yeah, he's only done those 2. Not saying it can't work. I mean it could work. He's a good writer. I like his first Scream movie. I honestly didn't know that this was only the second thing he's directed. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm hopeful, man. I'm not rooting against Scream 7. I know that that's an unpopular thing to say because Melissa Barrera got, you know, shown the door for supporting political stuff that she supported. Which was just such a huge thing, a huge fiery debate on Twitter at the time. But I don't root for this failure just because of that. There's so many more creatives and so many more people behind the scenes that are working on it. I want it to be good. I do think it's going to be enjoyable. I don't know if it's going to be the best Scream we ever had, but I do think it's going to be enjoyable. But I did not know that it was the only other film that he directed. So we'll see how that turns out. Acres of Movies says my 5 favorite Oliver Stone movies. I'm not gonna lie. I may be getting my my movie fan card taken away. Is Oliver Stone a director, or who is that? He's a director. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm a little bit behind on his stuff too. I don't know that I've seen his stuff. Okay, what has he directed? Let's take a look here. See if I've seen anything. All right, let's see. Wow, he's done a lot of stuff. Nope. I've heard of Platoon, but I've never seen it. Heard of Wall Street, but I've never seen it. Heard of JFK, but I've never seen it. Heard of Natural Born Killers, but I've never seen it. Oh, it's not looking good for us. It's not looking good for me. I haven't seen any of it. I heard of Snowden, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of his stuff. I haven't seen anything. I can't say because I haven't seen any of it. That's crazy. I haven't seen any of it. The Laser. Toy Story 5 takes place 3 years after Toy Story 4, with Bonnie being 8 years old, and I'm excited to see how Woody will return. Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of options. That they could do. I'm excited to see it too. I am. I just, it's Toy Story, man. I'm gonna be there. Oh, whoops, we did a jump there. Wow, you guys are killing the chat. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Acres of Movie says, who would you hire as your Robert Meyer Burnett? Oh, like as a counterpart? I would hire Robert Meyer Burnett. No. Man, that's a good question. Like I feel like I'd have to pick someone like that I know, but then I'd be like picking a favorite, and that feels weird. That feels dirty. I've always enjoyed having Zach Goldberg on the show. Previously, Zach Attack Reviews. I've always enjoyed having him on the show. I feel like we just banter off of each other. So same with Zach Guller. It would just have to be another Zach. It would just have to be another Zach. Oh my goodness. I mean, if I could have everybody join, like Jacob Hubbard, also great. The Ace Avenue and I get along really well. He'd be great. Jacob Hubbard is Luke Ponto is pretty knowledgeable on movies and a lot of stuff. Like he's like a movie encyclopedia. If you want to know about a movie, if you want a movie recommendation, there's no better guy to go to than Luke Ponto. He's seen everything. He remembers lines from everything. He does great impressions from every movie he's ever seen, and he'll give you a recommendation. So he would be very knowledgeable to have. Yeah, no, I definitely I love all those guys. I love all those guys. And I've been very fortunate and blessed to have an opportunity to collab and have them on the show and be on their shows, on their channels. One of the best things that's come out of YouTube is meeting all those guys. Even the guys I didn't mention, who I forgot to mention, like Michael Entity, for example, who's in the chat. Michael Entity and, oh man, who else? Sorry. Terrence, who was in the chat. Have you seen that with T? There was Sully Streams. Who else have I collaborated with? Eddie and Haley from Fans of Something. The guys over at Movies at Grandma's House that I just collaborated with. Great guys over there too. Yeah, so I'm feeling like I need to mention every name because I'm gonna feel bad if I don't mention someone now. But I there's so many great people I've been fortunate to work with that I will work with. Not really work with, but like collaborate with and have on the show and be on their shows and just forge friendships. So yeah, I would pick any one of those guys. But Robert Meyer Burnett would probably be pick number one. Chaotic World says Victorious is underrated, by the way. That is all. Dude, I loved Victorious. I didn't love it as much as iCarly or Drake and Josh, but I really liked Victorious. I thought that Victorious was its strongest in season 2. I think season 3 wasn't as strong. And unfortunately, it got canceled after that, so they didn't have a redemption. Although they have a reboot coming. I forgot about that. They have a reboot coming with Daniela Monet, which I probably won't watch because it doesn't really look like it's going to be a continuation of Victorious. It looks like it's going to be another Victorious for the younger generation. And that's not me anymore. But I loved Victorious, man. You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action. You're never going to fade. You'll be the main attraction. I used to walk around the halls in middle school with that blaring in my earphones, feeling like the coolest guy. Like, yeah, one day you guys, you'll see I'm going to be famous. I'm going to make it shine. And now I do this. So I was right. Collective Movie Man says, have a good night, Zach. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Collective Movie Man. It was a ton of fun. You have a good night as well, my friend. The show was made better because you were a part of it, and I appreciate you, dude. Have a good night. A Good Movie says, who you cast for new Rocketeer? I've never seen the Rocketeer. I'm terrible. I'm awful. I don't even like movies. You've found me out. You found me out. Who's in the original? Who's in the original Rocketeer? I know the cover. I know that it's a popular movie. What is this? I don't need socks. Leave me alone. I don't need socks. The Rocketeer, playing the trailer, probably gonna get in trouble for that. Oh, Joe Johnston directed it. Billy Campbell, Jennifer Connelly, I know her. I don't think I know Billy Campbell. I don't know, Glenn Powell. Put Glenn Powell in everything, as far as I'm concerned. Let's just put Glenn Powell in this. Wow, this looks cheesy. I gotta watch this. Hey, I want the Rocketeer, not an ad. Anyways, yeah, no, I haven't seen it. Sorry. I'll go with Glenn Powell. He's probably not the age, though. Acres of Movies says, Domestic Disturbance, Vince Vaughn, John Travolta. I would love to see your thoughts on that. Domestic Disturbance. I've never heard of it. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for putting that on my radar. There's a lot of things you guys put on my radar tonight. Oh, my goodness. Acres Movie says, live action, Yasmi, Sam, Elliott, Elmer Fudd. Oh, okay, I see. Live action, Yasmeet, Sam Elliott, Elmer Fudd, Paul Giamatti, Marvin the Martian, Alan Cumming, Taz Momoa. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what we're talking about. I'm sorry about that. Acres of Movies, Charlie Chaplin comes back to life. He wants to be in the MCU. Yes, 30. You cast Chaplin as Cyclops or Iceman or who? He could be Tony Stark, because Robert Downey Jr. played Chaplin, and he could be Tony Stark. Charlie Chaplin. I've seen a couple of his films, so I know what he looks like. He was very physical. Ant-Man. I would do Charlie Chaplin. No, you know what? I'll do Charlie Chaplin as Hank Pym. A young Hank Pym. He'll be in a prequel to Michael Douglas's character. The Laser. Did you hear about Catherine O'Hara passing away? I did, along with the rest of the world. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. 71. I guess she had like a brief illness, so it must have came on pretty suddenly. I really liked Catherine O'Hara. And the thing is, for a very, very long time, like I'm talking like up till like maybe like 7 years ago. Maybe even like up to 7 years ago, I only knew her as 7 years is a little bit too short. Maybe 9 years ago, maybe 10. We'll round it up. 10 years ago, I'd be 17. Yeah, 10 years ago sounds about right. Up until like 10 years ago, I only knew her as the mom from Home Alone. But then, like, as I started watching, like, you know, Beetlejuice, and she was great in Beetlejuice, and I'd watch Schitt's Creek. Oh, she was so good as Maura in Schitt's Creek. Of course, she was just in the studio with Seth Rogen, and she was just really good, man. She was so funny. She was one of those actresses that, like, she just had a really great energy to her that she brought on screen. She was so mesmerizing to watch, and she was so funny. Man, she was so funny. She's left us with a lot of gems, and it's very sad how sudden she passed away. But man, we got a great body of work to look back on. We really do. R.I.P. to Catherine O'Hara. Acres of Movies says, you want Jesse Plemons to star as Kevin Feige biopic? Make it a Social Network. Show Kevin Feige planning MCU on 98 Blade X-Men movies. Cast Shyamalan as RDJ. Elle Fanning, Gwyneth, MCU biopic. Big Oscar winner. Do I want Jesse Plemons to play Kevin Feige in a biopic? I could see the pick. I could see how that could work. I think down the line we'll get a Kevin Feige biopic. I think that's a really interesting story to tell. But I don't know if I'd want Jesse Plemons to play him. I'd have to think about that, but that's a really interesting question. The Laser, but I would want a Kevin Feige biopic. The Laser says, what will the world be like in 80 years? Imagine if it's all AI. 80 years, I'll be dead. Oh, I'll be dead. I'm just gonna take myself off the screen for one quick second. How do I do that? Where am I right now? Oh, I see where I'm at. Okay. One quick second, guys. One quick second. Ah. All right. Kind of forgot how to bring myself back in for a second, but there we go. Thank you for your patience. All right. Acres of Movies. It's not really based on the trailers. It's based on how good an actor he already is and how his last work earned him an Oscar race and been an Oscar race already. I don't think Michael actor will. Okay. I see what you're talking about. Stacy, you're going back to the Michael trailer. You're talking about Coleman. It's not really based on the trailer. It's based on how good of an actor he is already and how his last work earned him his last work got him in the Oscar race, and he has been in the Oscar race already. I don't think Michael actor will. I see what you're saying. You're saying based off of his previous work where he has been nominated for an Oscar already, you could see it happening again. I agree. Totally possible. Absolutely possible. I do not disagree with that. But I can't say for sure until I see the movie. But he's capable. He's absolutely capable of being an Oscar winner. Acres Movie says, have you seen Secret of My Success? Do you want special edition? I saw Secret of My Success because it had Michael J. Fox in it a long time ago. I say that like I saw it back in the 80s when it came out or something. I saw it when I was probably too young to watch it. I was probably like 12 or 13 because I was just getting into Michael J. Fox because when I watched Back to the Future is when I really got into Michael J. Fox. So I went back and watched a bunch of his stuff. I watched Family Ties, watched the entire series. I watched the Family Ties TV movie. I watched a TV movie that Michael J. Fox did with Crispin Glover. It was a TV made movie. And it was before Back to the Future. Actually, Crispin Glover also was in a couple guest appearances in Family Ties as well. So it's kind of fun to go back and see the connection that Michael J. Fox had with Crispin Glover before Back to the Future. But there was this TV... Sorry, I'm going on a tangent or a thing here. But there was this TV movie that they did. And all I remember from this TV movie is these two girls were trying to pants this guy so they could get a picture of his butt for the yearbook. And I think that was the B plot, but that's the only thing I remember about it. And what was it called? Something. It was back when he was doing Family Ties. It's got to be here somewhere because this will do everything he's ever been in, right? Let me check his IMDb here really quickly. What is that movie called? I want to talk about that. I think was it called Class of 1984? No. I think it was High School USA. Yeah, Family Ties Vacation. I saw that. That checks out. I think it was High School USA. Does this have Crispin Glover in it? Yes, this was the movie, High School USA. This movie is bizarre. What a bizarre watch this is. But yeah, there's if you can see it right here, if it'll load. That's Crispin Glover. That's a terrible photo, but that's Crispin Glover right there. Is that Crispin Glover? Maybe that's not Crispin Glover. That's a terrible photo. I know he's in this movie though. Watch me be wrong. Who's the stars? Crispin Glover would be in the star. Oh my goodness, I don't need a hoodie right now. Thank you very much. Maybe this is wrong. Nope. There he is, Crispin Glover. There he is. Okay, yeah, so this is the movie. Yeah, this movie was weird, man. But yeah, no, sorry, that was a huge tangent. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I went on a huge Michael J. Fox kick after I watched Back to the Future when I was like 13 years old. And I watched Teen Wolf. I watched Family Ties. I watched Spin City. I watched The Hard Way. a movie. I think it was called Greedy, and I did watch The Secret of My Success in there as well, but I only watched it once. I know that he like with his aunt, and that's all I really remember about it. So so I gotta watch it again. Sorry, that was a really bad tangent, but that movie was just really weird. Acres of Movie says make Cheech and Chong biopic. Who you cast as Chong? Dylan O'Brien. Oh man, you're really exposing me. I don't know what's Cheech and Chong. I don't know anything. Why do I even do this channel? Are they like a duo? Cheech and Chong? Cheech and Chong? Is it Cheech Marin? I'm sorry. This is gonna take way too long to figure out. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I apologize. I'm not culturally educated. The Laser. Did you hear Melissa Barrera, Sam Carpenter's Scream 7 was originally going to become Ghostface? Oh, I really wish we got the story. How do you feel about the original idea? Hate it. I hate it. I don't like that. Yeah, no. If that was the plan, I'm glad they scrapped it. I'm glad she got fired. No, I'm kidding. I'm not glad she got fired. I would love for her to be in the movie, but I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea. I really don't. And they better not do that with Sydney. They better not make Sydney a Ghostface by the end of this movie. I think that whole idea. I think the idea of making a hero character the villain can be really lazy, and that's one of those ways that it's lazy. Like it didn't work for me in I Know What You Did Last Summer from last year. So I would have hated that, I think. But maybe it was executed awesomely. Who knows? The Laser, Woody in Toy Story 4. All right, I'm out. Woody in Toy Story 5. Never mind. I'm back. Yeah. Cha-ching. He saw the box office numbers for number 4. Acres of Movies says, if you were a guest on John Campea, oh, my dream. I'd be so nervous to be a guest on John Campea. Did you guys see, by the way, he's been doing these, I don't mean to call anyone out, but he's been doing these guest spots, like pre-recorded, where he brings on someone. He's brought on Sean Chandler, Christian Harloff, and 3C Films to discuss some topics with him for a brief amount of time, and then he plays it during the show. He had Chris from 3C Films on, and I love Chris from 3C Films. I watch him a lot. I've never seen the man more nervous. I've never seen 3C Films more nervous than when he was on John Campea's show, because he's like me. He grew up watching John Campea. He does the YouTube thing. A big influence for that is because of John Campea. So I would be 3C Film. I would be worse than 3C Films if I was on John Campea's show. I would be twiddling my thumbs. I would be like this the whole time, just nervous and geeking out, and like, I don't want to talk, John. I want to hear more what you have to say. I like your opinions. I would have been terrible. But anyways, let's go to a hypothetical world where I'm good at this and I can hold my opinion well, and I'm talking to John Campea, and what are the topics that you want to discuss most? I mean, it's probably going to be MCU related. I like talking about that stuff. It'd be fun to talk to him a little bit about like Star Wars would be fun. I think like the direction of AI would be a fun conversation, like we were kind of having just now. And sometimes I do find myself talking back to him when I'm listening to him in my car. So yeah, if I were a guest on John Campea's show, I would hope that a topic would come up that I would know about, which is the MCU or orcas. And orcas probably wouldn't come up, so I'm going to go with the MCU. The Laser says, do you still talk to Zack Attack? I haven't seen him in a long time. I talked to him a little bit. Yeah, I've actually talked to him a little bit recently. He's doing well. He's really busy though. Yeah, no, he just he was recently live for his award show that he does, the Zach Goldberg Oscar show. You should definitely check it out. You should definitely check him out. I have a little guest appearance pre-recordedly on that too. But yeah, he's great. He's doing well. We're still good friends. Although like I'm not gonna lie and say like, oh yeah, we talk all the time. We don't talk all the time, but every like once in a while I check in with him or he checks in with me and we have a little conversation. It's nice. That's kind of the same with like Zach Guller for me. Me and him, like, we don't talk very often, but then when we do, it's like no time has passed and we click pretty fast. So But I can tell you that he's doing well. He's doing well. He's got a lot of exciting stuff coming up on this channel. Acres Movie says, you want Up live action or Up sequel? Oh man, an Up live action. I want an Up sequel. I want to see where do you go with an Up sequel? But like, okay, I don't want to contribute to the Disney live action machine though, so I'm gonna go with an Up sequel. I don't know where you go with an Up sequel, but Pixar can figure it out. They're the geniuses. I'm not. Acres of Movies says Zach Goldberg is great. He is great. He's fantastic. Acres of Movies says, have you seen City Hall? And what is your favorite Harold Becker thriller? Sea of Love. Dude. Oh, Stacy, you're killing me. I don't think I've seen a single thing. I don't think I've seen a single thing from this Harold Becker. Let me see. This is terrible. I've got so many things to catch up on. You're really exposing me here. Like, I'm supposed to be a movie fan, and I don't feel like I've seen a movie in my life anymore. All right, let's see here. What have I seen? Have I seen anything from this guy? Anything at all? Anything at all? Anything will do. Anything will do. Nope. I haven't seen a single thing from this guy. I'm sorry. I haven't seen a single thing from the guy. I'm sorry. I gotta watch so much stuff. Acres of Movies says, what movies do you send to 2500 to make them laugh? What movies do you send to 2500 to make them laugh? Like in a time capsule, you go back to the 1850s or so. What movies do you bring with you to show them? Oh, okay. So I'm going back 2,500 years. Is what you're asking? I mean, I feel like I got to bring Dumb and Dumber. I love Dumb and Dumber. It's hard though because a lot of comedies, especially nowadays, like, they rely so heavily on pulp culture references. So I feel like you'd have to pick something that you wouldn't need pulp culture references for. Like Dumb and Dumber has Dumb and Dumber's pretty good for pop culture references. It's definitely got some. Maybe like a Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore's got like Parker in it and stuff though. Trying to look to see if I have any comedies nearby. Yeah, I'm taking this question way too seriously. I would say Dumb and Dumber. I would bring Happy Gilmore, and I would bring 21 Jump Street. I don't know. Those are terrible picks, probably, but that's what I got for you for now. Acres of Movies saying cool info regarding Family Ties. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I like Family Ties. Family Ties is a nice, wholesome show, and Michael J. Fox is great in it. There's a great episode. That's too much of a tangent. The Laser. It's time for me to rest. I had fun with the stream. I had a lot of fun with you too, Laser. Thank you so much for being here and enduring me. And the show was made better because you were a part of it, my friend, and I appreciate you. You have a good night. Luke Ponta said, what's a recent movie that really stuck with you? For me, it's Eddington. I've grown to love that movie. Yeah, because you were a little lukewarm, no pun intended, on Eddington for a little bit there. So I'm glad to see that you're loving that movie, man. You probably love it more than me at this point. A recent movie that really stuck with me. A recent movie that really stuck with me. Like in a good way, or like in a oh, it was so dramatic and it got inside my head. Predator Badlands, man. I have so much fun with that movie. I mean, that movie's so fun. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go to my IMDb diary and see if there's anything. You know, I saw Training Day for the first time recently, and that movie stuck with me. That was a really good movie. That was really good. let's see here. I'm just gonna go to IMDb and see if there's anything that's like stuck with me to the point that I forgot about it. I need to go to my letterbox to remember. Let's see here. Sticking with me. I liked Shooter. I will say, Drag Me to Hell kind of stuck with me. that movie really freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. That movie kind of freaked me out quite a bit, and I think I see that old lady everywhere I go. Yeah. Other than that, Wake Up Dead Man, I still love Wake Up. I'll think about Wake Up Dead Man sometimes, every once in a while. Other than that, on this page, anyways, I don't really. A Simple Plan actually is one that I had never seen that one before when I did the Raimi watch, and that was an effective watch. That was an excellent movie actually. I really liked that movie. Other than that, everything else just kind of washed over me. So there you go. It's kind of washed over me. And with that, it looks like we got one more. Luke Ponto says, you are correct. I didn't like Eddington at all first go around, but the more I watch it, the more I like it, and it gets funnier with its satire. That's great, man. That's one of the fun things about movies is they're always evolving as you or your opinion about them is always evolving, I should say. As you get older, as you have new experiences, you relate to films sometimes differently than you did before. That's the fun stuff of movies, and I like that you have more enjoyment and more appreciation for the film now that you've spent more time with it, man. That's awesome. With that, guys, it looks like that is the end of our comments and questions. So that is it. That is the show. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was a pretty unhinged show, actually, but I had a lot of fun. So I hope you guys had fun too. And as always, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for I'm great at send-offs, aren't I? I'm great at send-offs. No, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. All your comments and questions, very appreciated. Hopefully, I'll be back sooner than last time because it took me a month to do this again, but this is so much fun. I love this. There's not really anything to see next week. Maybe I'll do another live show next week if I can find the time. But until then, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And don't just watch movies, talk movies, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, I should probably let you know. Nope, I got nothing to let you know. Anyways, guys, don't just watch movies, talk movies. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.